normal grip, I'm placing both fingers on it to secure it, okay? What I'm going to do is, I'm going to aim for the dead centre, and I'm going to begin cutting by just using the very tip of the scissor. Why? By using the very tip of the scissor, I cut a very small amount of hair off at a time, enabling me to have more control of the gradient of this curve. When you go in and try to use the whole of your scissor in this motion, one, imagine cutting paper by snip, snip, snip. You'll always see where the scissor ended and began. When you just use the very tip of the scissor and retract the blade slightly, you won't see any of that. So this is about having a seamless transition. So as I come round, that hole now is that guideline. That's why it was there. So when we create this coming through, we aim to blend it through. So again, we work slow, we work consistent. Now we need to check underneath the line. So we check our line in three ways. What's underneath it, what's above the line, and from a distance. So when you check from a distance, you can see the curve looks pretty neat, yeah? But there's a few pieces just in here. Now, I use this analogy a lot, so sorry if you've heard it before, but if you were going to hang something on the wall in front of you, and you wanted to gauge whether or not it was straight and horizontal, if you stood in that perspective, you wouldn't be able to do it, would you? You'd have to take a step back or ask you, is that straight from where you are? It's the same with the form of your haircut. When we stand in front of the section and cut it, we're gauging the details, the millimetres. When we look from a distance, we're gauging the form of the total shape. You see, that's what we get. So now when I come through here, and I remove that tiny bit. So now let's get it back up. It looks pretty neat through the mirror, to be fair. Now, we're going to start back from where we began. Can everyone see okay? Not anyone's way, am I? Do you see how this chipping technique allows me to remove very small amounts of hair at once? Do you see?
Yeah, it's very clean.
It's a lot more cleaner because people they assume that I'm point cutting. That isn't what I'm doing. I'm not entering the hair. I'm not going into it and thinning it. Although if you did do that, that works very well at collapsing the line. That makes the line sit flatter to the skin. Breathe. To be fair, that's quite neat for the first attempt, so let's have a look at it. So can you all see that through the mirror? You can see there's an imperfection there. Do you see what I can see? See how the line there is quite neat, to be fair, but then there's a piece there. So if I show you, I indicate there's a piece, and it's really small, right? But it is still what it is. So that's gone. And that's gone. So that is just generally how we refine a line. That's a triangular line, okay? So now I'm going to do the other side. Stop recording now.